And we back. Welcome back to the second season of the Get Buckets podcast, powered by Hardwood and Basketball. I'm your host, Musa Marathi. It's time to talk Riverside basketball. This team has been playing really well this year, and I feel like it's been going under the radar. Starting off the season 9-1 right now. First thing I want to talk about is just the schedule they've played. Now they are 4A, but I feel like they've been playing a very low-key tough schedule. I mean, they're playing mainly 5As, whether it be from Hillcrest to Woodmont to Burns to Dorman to Gaffney. I mean, they're playing a collection of, I feel like, teams to get them ready for region. And I know there's teams out there like Greer playing really well. Eastside is playing really well in their region as well. Riverside is a team to look out for right now. Their one loss coming to a Dorman team who is looking very strong again. I mean, they've been playing well. And I feel like, I was going to mention it later, but that one Dorman loss was honestly, I'm not saying it was a fluke because Dorman handled their business, but I mean, it was just, I feel like they kind of gave them the game. But, Riverside nonetheless playing very well this season. And one thing I've really noticed is that every time they play these teams, they're winning by more the second time. Whether it was from Woodmont, where they won by about 10 points the first time, asserting their dominance the second time, winning by a margin of, I believe, 20. And then Gaffney, who just came off of a crazy win against Jailman on Tuesday, winning by 40 points, I believe. Riverside went into Gaffney's gym and won by 38. Like these scores cannot be made up, man. But playing really well. And one thing I want to talk about is just some of their players as well. I mean, being coached by Coach Arnold, he's been there for years. But some of the players, you got Julian Iturbe, the American signee, guard Ryland Jones, who I believe has been playing real well. Only got to watch him twice, but the two games I watched him, he looked really comfortable out there. Drew Cannon, he must be making his shots. And I'm assuming on some of these things just because they don't have a camera following them. They're not like Powdersville, who has highlights after every game, or one of the teams that just has highlights after every game. These guys go in the gym, handle their business, and leave. That's how they kind of roll. But Drew Cannon, Mikhail Skinner, who they got back from the football season, Jack Sauer. They also acquired Keon Knowles from Eastside, who is just a freshman, but I heard that he played really well against Gaffney and was a big part in that huge win this past Friday. They also have Adam Bach, who I believe has been playing real well as a junior for them. But, that's mainly what I wanted to talk about. Really wanted to highlight their season so far. I know they play Hillcrest tomorrow, but Riverside looking like they could be a front runner for their region as well. I know all the hype, Greer was 10-0 before last night where they lost to Burns, but I believe Riverside should be a team to look out for, and they're making their name heard. One of the wins I want to talk about for sure was the Burns win, because I know Burns has lost a few games this season, but to me, in my mind, Burns is still one of the top 5A teams in the upstate, and Riverside being able to win by 1 the first time, and Burns, they like to get their get back, so them winning by 1 and then being able to win again by 5, that's huge, because those second time games that you play against these teams are never easy, and them being able to handle business is huge for them. So, Riverside making it happen, and I believe they can continue this going into Christmas break, going into region play. But only time will tell. And with all that being said, peace.